I got. All right, guess what? Another comedian. All right, next gentleman, another one of good friends, another great comedian here from the city of San Antonio. I want you guys to give very loud, very warm welcome from my good friend Ramey Roberts, everyone. Give it up for Ramey.
How are you guys doing tonight? Y'all doing good? I'm glad to hear that. I really like doing comedy. Comedy's really good for me because up until recently, I was afraid of public speaking because up until recently, I had a really bad speech impediment, or as the courts like to call it, a drinking problem. But I didn't think that I had a drinking problem per se because I could go all day without drinking and I didn't get the shakes, like I wasn't chemically dependent. What I had was a moderation problem. Because this guy gets it. Because although I could go all day without drinking, once I did start drinking, I was going to start aggressively drinking until I couldn't stand up anymore, as if I was fighting a war against uprightness. You know what I mean? No, but the hardest part is all the lies that I would tell myself. That one lie when I was like vomiting my asshole out of my throat, like, I'm never gonna drink again. I was gonna drink again. Like, possibly within minutes of vomiting to clear up more room for drinking, But the biggest lie, the one that I struggled with most, was the lie of I'm gonna have just one beer. Saying I'm gonna have just one beer, that is the drinking equivalent of, come on, just a tip. I don't mean to spoil the surprise for you fellas. It is never just a tip. Never. Fun, she gets it. She gets it. Fun fact, the just the tip game is how I ended up with 2 kids. The old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I need to work on my pull-out game. I do have 2 kids that I claim. And it's they just went back to school. It's Drug Awareness Week at school this week. And every day they do something fun for the kids. Like Monday it was wear your pajamas to school. Tuesdays wear your hat to school. And my son, he didn't get it. He's like, what does wearing pajamas to school have to do with not doing drugs? And I was like, well, they're just trying to show you fun alternatives to doing drugs. He thought about it for a second. He's like, well, wearing my pajamas to school sounds kind of fun. But isn't heroin awesome? And couldn't I just do heroin in my pajamas? Oh my God. I was like, damn, this kid has a point, man. School cannot compete with drugs. I don't know. I don't like to lie. I don't like to lie to my kids, but I do want to redirect them. I don't want them ending up like me, degenerates in a basement. But I don't like to lie to them. So I was like, son, it is true. Heroin is amazing. Some people think it's so amazing, it's worth dying for. But have you ever tried Crazy Socks? I mean, look at that kid. He's got 1 blue sock and 1 red sock. Who needs LSD? No, he's no dummy. He wasn't buying it. Daddy raised him right. Which is why I don't live there anymore. No, at the end of last year, though, he came home from school. He was so excited. He was like, hey, Dad, guess what? I'm getting an award at school. I'm like, cool, what are you getting an award for? He's like, I don't know. They're going to tell me tomorrow. So I started thinking about it. I was like, well, it's not the A honor roll. I know that. He doesn't like doing homework. I don't like making him do homework. Maybe it's the AB honor roll, but it'd be more like the BA honor roll. Like he got 5 Bs and then he got 1 A for dressing out in gym class. Which I never understood. Why did they graded you on dressing out in gym class, right? Like, you want an A? Get your dick out, son! I always passed that class. When I was a kid. To be clear. No, but we go to the award ceremony and they're calling out the awards and they call A honor roll, didn't get it, B honor roll, didn't get it. And he's getting bummed out. He's like, man, what? Think he's not going to get it. Okay, we got a special award now. The special award is for Finn Mabry, the Character Counts Award. Character Counts, yay! Yeah, he was so excited. He was so excited about the Character Counts Award that I had no heart to tell him that it was a made-up award based on no definable metrics. It's like, this kid's not curing cancer, but he is a character. But it wasn't the worst made-up award they gave out that day. They gave this one kid the Heart on His Sleeve award. Because he was never afraid to share his feelings or show his emotions. I was like, why not just call this kid a fucking pussy in front of the whole goddamn school? I mean, I don't know, I guess we're progressing, because when I was in school, if you wore your heart on your sleeve, you were gonna get the shit kicked out of you until your heart was literally on your fucking sleeve by the gym coach. All right, guys, I've had a great time tonight. Thanks a lot for coming out.
Keep it going for Randy Roberts, everyone. Oh man, this is so much fun. I'm having a fucking blast. This rules.